All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it even is. I don't know. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. As Bitcoin, guys, back at $97,000. The short squeeze that we were looking at on Sunday did happen, but we got into a little bit of a drop to the downside, coming right to the dang level that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, 89,909. Shout out to the Casper Crew, and shout out to all you guys, because honestly, this trade I entered with a limit order. That I did tell everyone I had a limit order set here, because it was a very important level of support at that key level. Whoa. Oh no. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on with our dang internet right now? I hope everything's good in the hood. I hope nobody figures out I'm on a... Oh no! What is going on? Oh my goodness, this is horrible, guys. What is going on right now? I mean, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Somebody help! Somebody help! We're live and we're trying to get this thing going, baby. Oh man, there we go. Whew! Oh my goodness. As usual, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby. 1,000 USDT. Bitcoin getting a bounce, currently at $97,000, a very, very key level. We're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about what we can expect in the coming weeks, months, days, hours. Got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Quicker. Shout out to Park. Shout out to Pegless. Shout out to Go Hyper Liquid. Shout out to HFG. Shout out to Tyler Bueno. Shout out to Pope J Dalla. Shout out to Zarbi. Shout out to Revu Elto and Caleb. Shout out to David Ben Hamo and Mr. Pump-A-Lot. Shout out to Investment Time. Shout out to Pedro Lucas. Shout out to Tyler Bueno. Shout out to Daniel V. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to Tizer33. Shout out to Ashley Wells. Shout out to HFG. What is going on, HFG? Shout out to Park. Shout out to I Show You. He asks, are you on a treadmill? No, of course I'm not on a treadmill. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. And shout out to the Dusty Hodler. The butt cheeks are very uneven. Carrie Gordon, we need tunes, Jason. Look, we got this, man. The volume sound here is bearish. Is the volume bearish? Interesting. Shout out to VR Empire. Shout out to Ultra Gaming. Please give me $1,000. Did we have intro music? I don't know. All right, let's discuss what is going on right here with the Bitcoin price, man. This is pretty intense. I'll tell you why. We have come down to none other than our box, our juicy box of hope and wonder, which is this green box that we see on the chart right here. Also, this white box that we see over on this other exchange. Now, this box here, I've been saying it, we've been talking about it literally for weeks, guys, saying that this box is either going to give us a big bounce or we're going to break down and we're going to come down to like $70,000. Is this the bounce we've been looking for? We're actually going to go over that step by step. We're going to analyze, starting on the higher term time frames, and ask the question, is the bottom in for Bitcoin right now? We took a poll here, and it seems like it's about 50-50 right now. Maybe a little bit more say yes than no. Now, the other day I was on Twitter, and somebody posted this. All right, this is not good. This is very bad for Bitcoiners. And my response was, this is super bullish. We're going to get a fake out of the head and shoulders just to hit a new all-time high in a few months. We'll probably drop to the 80s. Okay, we already did drop to the 80s. You know, yesterday we did dip down to about $88,000, give or take. Right? We're going to drop down to the 80s, maybe 70 at the worst. But this is going to be a gift and the last major opportunity for the Bitcoin until 2026. Also, I did see this on Twitter. Somebody asked, before cell phones, what did people do in the toilet? I said, I think they would poo. Now, this guy says, he says no SHIT, but I think he's got it wrong. I'm pretty sure people did SHIT on the toilet before cell phones. So I told him I think he's wrong. Guys, make sure to go follow me on Twitter and let that guy know he's wrong. All right? People definitely did SHIT on the toilet before cell phones. All right? Now, We have come down to the box. We are getting a little bit of a bounce. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do some top-down analysis starting on the daily time frame. All right, daily time frame, guys. This has been a tumultuous time since Sunday because of this candle that we got here yesterday. A very, very bullish candle, I do have to say, man. A very bullish candle. Look at this wick on the daily candle from yesterday, closing as a blue candle all the way back up just under $95,000. And we officially do have, okay, we officially do have a bullish divergence. As the price is making that lower low, we are seeing market Cipher B give us the juicy uneven butt cheek pattern. So it wasn't looking like it was going to happen at all yesterday, guys. Yesterday was looking pretty dang bearish, I'll be honest with you. It was looking pretty dang bearish yesterday. But now, in about 4 hours and 42 minutes, we will confirm a bullish div on the daily, guys. All right, now the 4-hour time frame. Already, technically speaking, do have bull divs here. If we take it all the way back from this area, now again, it's not like the best looking bull div in the world, but nonetheless, we see in confluence with the daily bullish div, money flow and momentum getting higher over here as we dip down into the green box, taking out all the liquidity, coming down to the key level from the Casper crew at 89,909, baby. So look, this could be it. I don't know. I was hoping for lower, to be honest with you. I was really hoping for a little bit lower to load up on a juicy position, but you sometimes just gotta take what the market's gonna give you, guys. All right, sometimes you're just gonna take what the market is gonna give you. So let's go down to our 1 hour time frame. You know, as we come down here, like I said, we do have the divergences. You know, in hindsight, we do have these divs, and they didn't look very strong there in the moment. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man! Now you could see the money flow, the momentum waves getting higher over time. So I have to say here on the daily, on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, things are looking pretty good. I want to go back to our 3-day. Because remember, the 3-day back on Saturday, Sunday was looking extremely bullish. I'm talking about the 4th of January. All right, so this is like a week ago. It was looking extremely bullish because we were seeing the money flow and the momentum kind of getting higher, giving us this green trigger wave here. And then that totally flopped over. And so I want to see now how the 2-day, how the 3-day are going to start to look here. Because if the 3-day can now give us another trigger wave, in my opinion, that will be ultra bullish. Remember, one of the most powerful high time frame market Cipher B signals is these green dots that print like just close to the 0 line, as the money flow is also getting thicker here. You know, every time we get one of these, we get big pumps. All right, this was the reason why I was so bullish back down here in September. It's because of this signal on the 2-week. I said this is going to turn into something crazy here. Now notice the momentum wave, the money flow is still getting higher on the 2-week. And so if we start to see like these 3-day green dots start to print, that could be the harbinger of a breakout of this range, all right? So we do need to watch, because these high time frame signals, they do kind of oftentimes give us the move before it happens, right? You get the weekly green dot before the big move a lot of times. You know, like back here, we had the weekly green dot printing, confirming before the big move, right? So even on the 3-day time frame, you know, you get the big green dot right here before the big move. You get the dot right down here before the big move. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Now I want to take a look at the volume here, because we are actually coming up to some very, very key levels on the chart. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at all the volume of this entire range. And you can see, first of all, we bounced from value area low, and a confluence with the actual level that we did bounce from, guys, was that daily order block at 89,909. So it was right over here. 89,909, that was the actual level that we did bounce from. All right, level given in advance, circled in the Discord where I was looking for a trade, had a limit order here, was very open about my limit order at 89,909. All right, in the VIP Discord, even publicly on YouTube, I made mention of it. All right, which is why you got to subscribe to the channel. All right, Jason Gasper has a limit order at a secret level. You know, you don't want to miss that. Okay, you don't want to miss that. And so now we are up to the POC, right around $97,000, where I did hit a take profit on my trade. And honestly, what we've done here is we've squeezed all the shorts, all the liquidity that we had here that was just begging to get taken out. We've now taken it out, and we're consolidating here. This is very, 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 very key. right? It's very key here. The reason why is because if we reclaim POC, guys, not only is it a major volume level, but it's like no secret that this big move down is going to get recovered very fast. We have many single prints there. Take a look at the TPO. All right, time price opportunity. Pop that on the chart, baby. And you can see we have single prints here that will be filled. We will actually be filling single prints at just around 100,000, like 100,250-ish. We have some single prints that could be filled between 99,000, 99.5 and 100,003 is where we could very easily get sucked up to like a vacuum, like that thing at the bank when you were a kid. Your mom would take you to the bank and she'd somehow talk to this lady through like a walkie-talkie, put the tube in the machine, and somehow the lollipops would come through, those candies that they'd give you at the bank, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about? So yeah, we could get a fast move up to $100,000 value area high very quickly, guys. Something else we do need to be aware of now is the fact that if we pull the fib from the high to the low, we're coming up to that zone between our two sisters of pain, basically, the 618 and the 786 level, right? We've got our 618 Fibonacci, beautiful girl from high school who didn't go out with us because, well, we were in the friend zone, and her older sister, 786, who didn't go out with us because she's not into dudes like that. And yeah, so it's pretty crazy. I do think if we do get another pump up, we could very quickly come back up to this area, which is going to be major resistance. When I say major resistance, I mean very important resistance, because if we can reclaim $100,000, then I would say there's a pretty good chance that that the low is in here. And you do not see this every day. Bullish div on the daily. Let's watch to see how this candle closes. I cannot get over how bullish yesterday's candle looks, guys. It looks very bullish. All right, it does look very bullish. Man, look at that. When we just zoom out here and realize, man, we simply just came down to that daily level. We took the liquidity from December 5th, and we bounced nice from that value area low, and we turned what looked like a floppy butt cheek on the daily into a nice potential bullish div here. And this could actually get us to a new all-time high, in my opinion. Like, that really could get us to a new all-time high here. All right, so a lot of people are probably asking, Jason, what happened to your 70K? Well, look, we take it level to level here in the Casper crew. That's how we trade. We take it level to level. All right, we're contingent upon the if-then scenarios. If we lose the white box, then we can go to 70K. If we don't lose the white box, guys, what was I very clear about all last week, and especially on Sunday? I am looking for long trades. I am looking for long trades only in the white box. I'm not looking for any shorts. I'm only looking for longs in our white box. Why? Because that white box, guys, is the white box of hope and wonder, where we understand we could bottom out, right? So you got to take it level to level, and trading is very important. I'm actually currently right now making a free trading course I'm going to post on YouTube very soon. I'm going through all the different sessions, and look, one of the most important things I keep hammering home is, you know, we're here to do the analysis and to take the trades as the setups present themselves. We're not here to make predictions. We're here to extract money from the markets when we see a good opportunity with good risk-reward ratio. That's the mindset you have to have if you're here to be a trader. If you're here to be a hodler, right, you want to buy and hodl, it's totally different. You know, I like to do a little bit of both, but as a trader, we cannot get married to a certain idea. We have to be open to multiple ideas and then trade the scenarios as they come. Bitcoin right now on the 4-hour time frame getting another move to the upside. We're going to take a look here at the order flow. We're going to go to the 15-minute time frame and see what happened during this big rise. Okay, so it began with a pretty big decrease of open interest, which continued. And to be honest, guys, this entire first leg up was a giant short squeeze. All right, we can tell it's a short squeeze for the following reasons. If we take a look here, I'm going to pop over to CoinAlign so that we can draw on it here. But if we take a look at the order flow, for the first big push up, what did we see? We saw a decrease of open interest here. This is telling us trades are closing out the market. And when trades are closing out of the market and price is getting a move up like this, that means this is simply short squeeze. There's no real fresh money coming in to long or buy Bitcoin. It's simply just trades getting wrecked. But then we see something different here. Once we reclaim $95,000, all of a sudden we see massive amounts of open interest increased. Look at this, the open interest is higher now than it was back here at the low, and that's all fresh long money. In fact, this is all fresh long money coming in between the prices of around 95,000 to about just under 97K. So all of a sudden we had millions of new money come into the market here, and this second big push to the upside that we saw today, this whole move up here, this is not a short squeeze. This is actually a healthy move to the upside. This is actually new money coming into the markets here. But then unfortunately we do see a decrease of OI. So I want to go back to XO charts, and we're going to take a look here and see, was that longs closing taking profits, or was that shorts closing taking profits? We're going to investigate and see exactly what happened here. We're going to put on our net longs and our net shorts. Yeah, so a good portion, guys, of those longs actually did close out, and massive amounts of shorts also got wrecked here. So we did see millions of longs enter, you know, an 18 million long in one candle. But then, unfortunately, a lot of those actually did close out and take some profits, I guess, after a little bit of a pump. Maybe they looked to scalp it. So we are back down. Our open interest is back pretty flat, man. Pretty much below, again, where we started. So this is a very interesting move as far as it beginning as a short squeeze and then seeing a lot of actual money come into the market and then seeing that money exit the market. We're pretty much back now to low volume with low open interest. So here's what we have to work with. When in doubt, pull it out. And I'm talking about the uneven butt cheeks on Market Cipher B, baby. We have ourselves a bullish div on the daily that's about to confirm. If this bullish daily div confirms, I'm going to have to be biased for more upside. And I'm going to have to be biased for long in the dip. All right, when I say long the dip, I mean this, okay? We potentially have right here, look at what we have. A high, a low, a lower high. Then we have ourselves a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Now we have ourselves our first higher high, okay? When you have a change of market structure with a confirmed divergence, especially on a higher term time frame, that to me means, okay, we're potentially changing market structure here. So that means now that we've made a higher high, we can look for now a higher low and then eventually another higher high. And so what I like to do is I like to just kind of take a look at more of, let's say, the local range. We're going to go ahead and pull this volume right here. We're going to remove the bigger range. We're going to take a look at this local range. And we're going to ask ourselves, okay, if we're truly changing market structure, where's the next opportunity now to buy the dip? Well, for me, it looks pretty juicy coming in right around back down toward these historic lows here, where we have support, you know, once, twice, and then we look for that third time right in between the golden pocket and the 786 fib. The reason why you look in between the golden pocket and the 786 fib is because, yeah, like the thing is we were in the friend zone with this girl, 6 Juanita, and but because we're in the friend zone, she will be there for support when you're sad that your heart's broken, that you'll never have a girlfriend. Because part of being in the friend zone means she takes advantage of you and she uses you for stuff like money, or she needs a ride somewhere. She'll call you up like she's on a date with some like complete like jerk. You wish she would be dating you. And then she calls you, she says, Jason, this guy I'm dating is a huge jerk. You're like, yes, maybe she's gonna date me. Can you please pick me up from this party and drive me back to my house, Jason? You're thinking, man, I'll do that. Maybe she'll finally realize I'm a good guy and this jerk, she should finally get him out of her life. But really, she's just using you for that ride. So she will give you a little bit of support on that ride home from the party, making you think maybe you got a chance, which would give us the opportunity then to take that next long trade. And that is something to be aware of, all right? Other things to be aware of, obviously, is the back test of the POC. So 94,250 right now is going to be very key support. If we get a little bit of a pullback here, that is going to be pretty key support. But major support right now is going to be right around 91.5. 91.5 is going to be major support, and then more local support, 94,350 to this very high volume node, right? The highest volume node of the entire range. After such a large move to the upside, especially let's say if we come up a little bit higher and reject from our Fibonacci golden pocket, right? Confluence with the value area high, then yes, we could actually look for something like this, because this point of control here is such a high volume node. It would be a really nice place to look for that bounce. But in general, it's always nicer, in my opinion, it's always nicer to come down to that deep golden pocket retracement. That would actually give us then that nice, you know, introverted head and shoulders pattern for the breakout, where we have a confirmed change of structure with a confirmed bullish divergence here. And if we do break out and we're going to start making higher highs, coming back up potentially above 108,000, potentially, like, here's another thing, guys, just to be aware of, is, you know, literally just coming up and getting another move and continue to trade the range, right? Because most of the time, the asset's going to range sideways. You know, 90% of the time, the asset ranges sideways, and then 10% of the time, you get that big move. So most people getting bearish at lows and bullish at highs are getting wrecked, but, you know, you kind of want to reverse that mentality here. But if we do break out, I say we're going to stay above 110,000, potentially $120,000 Bitcoin. And there are some resistances that we have before we get to the $120,000 Bitcoin. But I do want to say this, you know, we go to the higher term timeframes here and we take a look at just some of our fib targets. Let's see. That was 2015. Where were we? Okay, yeah, so let's take a look at like our next actual fib targets here. If we take it from bear market to bull market top to bear market bottom, all right, these are our fib extensions. You know, right now we're at the $100,000 resistance. Our next major resistance is going to be 120,000 at the 1.618. And then of course, I know some people think we're going to go crazy high and hit some of these crazy targets because of this channel. We might, I mean, I don't know, we might, but really for me, I don't think we're going to come much higher than a 2-to-1 fib extension around 140-ish, 145K. I hope I'm wrong, right? I hope I'm wrong. I always like to expect less and then be happy when my expectations are not met, instead of expecting a lot and then being disappointed when my expectations are not met. In fact, you'll be a lot happier in life if you just kind of expect the worst and then whatever happens, you're like, wow, that's way better than I ever expected, you know? So yeah, look at this, guys. Most of the time, the asset trades sideways. I mean, bear bull market. Look at the entirety of the bull market here since 2023. Sideways range, then a little bit of a pump for a week, and then a sideways range for months, and then a little pump, and then a sideways range for like half a year, a little bit of a pump, sideways range for months, sideways range for months, sideways range for a few weeks, sideways range for half a year, big pump, lasted 2 weeks, and then we've literally been in this sideways range now for, you know, it's been like 2 months already in this sideways range. So remember, just remember that most of the time the asset ranges sideways. Some tips, some tricks, some secret information that you know, some Illuminati stuff, right? Just kidding, but some secret information here. When you start to see these types of macro bottom signals printing and confirming, in my opinion, that's a good look. That is a good look. This might be an actual bottom right now, especially if that daily bull div confirms. That's crazy. That would be really crazy. I would expect more upside if that happens. All right, we got to give a major shout out to our super chat, Roberto Compien. You really are the highlight of my daily screen time. Well, God bless you, Robert. Thank you so much for chilling in the live stream. And guys, we do have 1,800 viewers. We have about 613 likes. Let's see if we can't get 1,000 likes in the next 5 minutes, so that we could do a $500 giveaway, since we missed our time for the $1,000 giveaway. So very interesting developments here. Very interesting developments also, guys, for ETH, because ETH also did dip down. Like, here's the thing, all these coins are have dipped down into our boxes. Like, Bitcoin did dip into the box of hope and wonder that we've had here on our chart, like, for the longest time. You know, ever since we've been shorting on Bitcoin, we're like, this white box, this could be the bottom. Look, we're dipping into our white box on Bitcoin. We're dipping into our green box on ETH. This, in my opinion, is the last major opportunity for ETH for the bull market. And obviously, this allows for more dip to the downside, but essentially, we are looking at this as a massive trend line, a massive triangle. And we're basically saying, like, when I say we, I mean me, but I like to talk about myself first person plural because it makes me sound more legit. Like I have a team of analysts behind me. You know, the Jason Casper analyst team. Not financial advice, by the way. You know, we think that this is a big massive bullish structure right here that's about to break out. And when it breaks out, we're going to break out this multi-year trend line. And we're actually going to see ETH break out of this massive inverted head and shoulders here and hit new all-time highs of like 8,500. And so we're dipping down into this level now. And, you know, it's a big zone. Like, it's a big zone. It's a 20% zone for ETH. But in my opinion, if I was building a spot position or a low leverage long, like, this is the place you want to be doing it. You know, especially as we head into the last few months of insane pump season, honestly. This is the zone, and we just dipped right into that zone. Let's check out what's happening here on the daily for ETH. All right. Potentially on ETH, not printing a bullish divergence. All right. We don't have that bull div on ETH, but we do have, you know, ETH has not been as friendly with the divergences here. But we would have, I guess you could call it a hidden bull div if you're going from this high or low here. Potentially hidden bullish div. Let's go to our 4 hour on ETH and see how she looks here. It's not as bullish as the Bitcoin looks, but technically speaking, slight bull div on the 4 hour. Money flow bullish on the 4 hour. This could be a nice bottom on ETH. I would be open to another move to the downside. We did front run a little bit, our Fibonacci golden pocket here. But again, guys, we did hit our target of, remember, we were looking at this channel for the longest time, saying that this is like the most ugly thing in the world. And the real trade we were looking for is to take out all the stop losses that have been building up under this. We've been talking about this, guys, since November. The beginning of December, we've been talking about this channel, how we want to take everything out, wreck everybody here who longed because of Trump and bought because of Trump, and then we can reverse it. You know, this potentially is that move here as we did down to the box. And obviously, we're still in a downtrend, and I would be open for more downside, but this is the place I'd really want to get in on ETH. I'm talking between $2,500 and $3,000. And then I am convicted and persuaded in my own mind that this is going to be the last major bottom. Whatever happens with this next bottom for crypto is going to be the last big opportunity here for the bull market before we are excited for the next bear market. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the bear market because I love bear markets, man. There's something about the fear and the FUD and the tight-knit community. I mean, I know a lot of YouTubers say they hate the vibes in the bear market, but when you're a trader, the vibes in the bear market are awesome because only the true people are there in the bear market. That's where you make friends. That's where you build relationships. That's where you hone your trading skills. That's where you make the money. You make the money in the dang bear markets, man. You're buying stuff. You're learning how to trade. You know, you're honing in your skills. Only the real people are there. All the scammers, all the rug pull people, they're out of crypto for now because, you know, no one's into it anymore. So this is the last big opportunity for the bull. Let's check out Sol. All right, because Sol doing something very similar, soothing to the soul. But look at Sol, guys. I mean, we dipped literally right into our green box that we're looking for this long trade from. So Sol, there's two levels here. Obviously, there's the golden pocket, which we did dip into, and then there's the $145 level, which I do actually have a limit order to buy some Sol on spot down there if we come down there. I'm not saying we're gonna, but this is actually quite bullish, I would say, potentially, because of the fact that we're bouncing from the golden pocket, we're bouncing from the back test of the trend line, we're bouncing from the back test of the value area high, and yeah, I mean, just look at this from a more outside perspective here, guys. It looks like a big breakout and retest on these higher term time frames. Let's go to the let's go to the 1 day. All right, did we get 1,000 likes? Dang, we didn't get 1,000 likes, unfortunately, but we're close. All right, guys, so on the daily time frame right now for Sol, we have what I would consider to be a massive butt cheek imbalance here. Massive butt cheek imbalance. The left cheek is full of, I don't know how, cheesy double beef burritos from Taco Bell. Back in like 2008, 2009, when they were 79 cents each. Full of cheesy double beef burritos. And then the right butt cheek is full of McDonald's salads with no dressing. That's the only way I could really put this. We got the 79-cent cheesy double beef 2009 throwback Taco Bell burritos versus the McDonald's side salad with no dressing cheek. And that looks pretty dang bullish to me. Of course, we don't even have a green dot printing yet. Let's go to the 12-hour. All right, 12-hour confirmed bullish divergence. We got the money flow coming up here. We got the momentum waves coming up here. 12-hour looks great. If the daily follows, that looks good. We're going to go down to our 4-hour. So what we don't have for Solana yet, like we do for Bitcoin, is a local change of market structure. So for Bitcoin, we kind of like took out these highs already, right? So Bitcoin is like up above those last highs, which is why we're looking for the, you know, the inverted head and shoulders on Bitcoin. We don't yet have this for Solana, okay? So just to let you know, we don't have that yet. So we don't have that market structure sign of strength for Sol. We don't have really a local 4-hour bull div here. Money flow on the 4-hour, iffy. Technically speaking, we do have some bull divs on the 4-hour. So I'd say it looks more bullish than bearish to me. But we don't have that local change of structure. So something that'd be ultra bullish is like obviously confirmed daily div. And then we do something like this. And that would be a gift to us, right? This is the trade we always want to look for, is confirmed div, take out the previous lower high, come back down for a retest. Ideally, you come back down into, if you pull your fib from the low to the high, that zone right between the golden pocket and the 786. In this case, it's also the back test of a trend line. And then that could honestly be a really nice long entry. But honestly, I would say this, like, if that, this daily green dot, you know, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but, you know, let's, yeah, again, not financial advice. I'm just doing this for my own, like, thought experiment here. You know, let's say our low is in, you know, if we do come up to, you know, a $300 Sol, let's just say, which is not by any means the, we're going to come higher than a $300 Solana, in my opinion, but this in and of itself is more than a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio, assuming that the low is in here, you know, so you're risking, let's say you have $100 in your account, you know, you're risking $1 to make $5, you're risking 1% to make almost 5%, let's say 4%. Risking 1 to make 4, I mean, that's a really good risk to reward ratio. And assuming the low is in, we come up higher than that, like $350, $400, hey, you're risking 1% to make 8-9%. I'm just doing this for my own thought experiment here, you know, because I'm more of a low time frame trader. I like to get those ninja entries, you know, like right from the level that I gave in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com. Click the link to join the best trading community in the world with multiple instructors giving you their trading plans and setups every single day, multiple times a day for different market sessions for multiple assets, with a whole beginner's course in here and the friendliest, most thriving trading community in the world. You know, that's the way I like to trade. By the way, guys, BLOFIN is still offering 10% cash back on your deposits for futures, as well as a $1,000 future bonus. Link in the pinned comment description. Also, MEXC, best deal on fees, but you have to KYC. And also WEEX, if you don't want to KYC and you want to have low fees, WEEX is the exchange. But yeah, BLOFIN is great. No KYC, 10% cash back, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at... man, would you look at that Sol coming down to the key levels of support? I want to take a look at Chainlink. Also, guys, look at Chainlink right now, coming down to our zone. Again, like, as we head into the beginning of 2025, guys, these zones I have marked out, these are the make it or break it zones. Like, these are the places where, you know, if you are convinced, as I am, that the bull market is going to continue, these are the places where, if you're building a position, you're not in. I mean, this is the last shot. I hate to use terms like that because, you know, we might have black swan and dump all the way back down. But that's why every trading plan is an if-then scenario. Like, if the low is actually in, and if this is our higher low, like if the bear market low is in, we've changed market structure, we've come back down for our back test, making low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is our last higher low before the big pump, all right? So I'm just saying, you got to take things for granted when you're coming up with trading ideas, right? You have to have an invalidation. You have to know when to get out if you're wrong. You have to know where to get out if you're right. But, you know, all these assets are coming down to pretty key levels. Major shout out to Charles. He says, has the bull run started now? Can you check Tema? Bro, I don't know if these Tema people are bots or legit. Has the bull run started now? Yeah, I'd say the bull run started in 2023, man. When we reclaimed 20K, I'd say that was when the bull run started. So yeah, it started. All right, it's gonna end soon. It's gonna end soon. Tema, look, we did check Tema. We've been checking Tema. I gave a level for Tema, and I said place to buy Tema is going to be in this green box right here. All right, so you've been following the channel. this green box was the place to buy Tema. Guess what? The green box is where we're currently holding. And again, I'd say this, potential building an introverted head and shoulders pattern here. So I'd say, you know, if you haven't been following along and you haven't been able to get long on the green box, be looking for that right shoulder, which honestly, you might be able to squeeze it up into here, but this is the local place. If you're looking for Tema to get another move to the upside, this is the place to look. All right, I do have a little bit of Tema, just a little bit, but this green box right here is the place to be looking for, you know, that shoulder, head, shoulder, and then get the breakout to a new all-time high, right? So that's coming in for Tema. We got ourselves a 4-hour bullish divergence at this head. We got ourselves trigger wave money flow coming up here at this potential right shoulder. So thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to I Show You. He says, God bless you, brother. Can you check out SEI? Yeah, we'll check out SEI, baby. SEI USD Tether. Okay, so SEI, we're looking for a little bit lower. We didn't dip down into our box of hope and wonder for SEI. All right, we lost the golden pocket. SEI would love to see another push down, take the liquidity from this last low. But at the same time, you got to think to yourself, maybe we don't make a lower low. Maybe we make a higher low, and we don't actually take this, and our bottom's in. But I do have to say this, based on the, let's start on the daily time frame, we have a potential nice looking bullish divergence that will print and confirm tomorrow looking. If we don't dump, the 12-hour has confirmed bullish divergence, money flow and momentum. The 8-hour has really nice looking money flow and momentum waves as we come down here. Unfortunately, we didn't hit into the level, but it is looking quite bullish as we are getting this bounce here. And so there's a few ways to play it. I mean, you know, obviously there's the kind of person that would say stop loss below here, get in here, shoot for some high targets. You could also wait for a change of market structure, which would mean to take out these highs that we formed right here and then get in on a retest like this, right, where we have historic support. There's basically support here, support here, support here, and then by that time we pull the fib from the low to the high. It's the local Fibonacci golden pocket pull. And then the third option really to get in and look for a trade is going to be to wait for another dip to the downside where we actually do hit into that 786 and you know, then ride it up. But in general, things are looking quite bullish on SEI as we're coming down to this area of support. Got to give a major shout out to Ahmet Yu, who says, hey Jason, love your videos, can you check on Hint? Yeah, we'll check out Hint, man. Let me give you a little hint. Alright, I'll give you a little hint. Let's check out Hint, HNT. Okay, so HNT is coming into the box that we were looking at here. Wait a second, this can't be right. This can't be right here. Hang on, let's refresh Hint. So in general, guys, I'd say this for Hint. We're trading in this triangle. If we're going to be building a position on HNT, I'd say we have a really good case to make that the low is in here because we have bullish divergences, uneven butt cheeks, coming up here. Dolores at the diner, smoking her cigarette, bringing out the coffee, uneven butt cheeks at this low. And then we have a breakout, right? We have a major breakout, a change of market structure. And then we are forming now a triangle, okay? And so that basically means we're expecting the uptrend to continue. We're expecting this higher low to actually hold. And so basically anything coming into this box here, in my opinion, is a buy zone. We're coming to the bottom of the range, the value area low, the 786, the golden pocket. So, not financial advice. I'm personally not investing in HNT. I'm not. I don't own any. Full disclosure. But, you know, if I was looking to build a position on this based on these technical reasons, this is the place I would be looking, right? If I was interested in this coin, this is the place I would be looking based on these technical reasons. Got to give a major shout out to Crypto Crank. He says, can my Telegram group get a shout out? They're called the Cranksters. The only channel I preach they need to watch is you, Jay. You're the master. Well, I'm not the master. Jesus is the master, bro. Praise Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to God for everything He's blessed me with. I just can't get over His good covenant faithfulness that He bestows on His people and that He's sovereign over everything. He creates everything. He owns all assets. But I got to give a major shout out to the Crankster Telegram group. I got to give a major shout out to my man Crypto Crank as well, because Crypto Crank is the real deal, a great trader, an amazing trader. And he has a group, and it's a legit group, all right? It's a legit group on Telegram, the Cranksters, all right? Shout out to Crypto Crank. Thank you so much for the super chat. Got to give a major shout out to Cipher Rider. He says, pump song, please. Follow me to ride the Cipher. Maybe we could do a pump song, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Harry H. Harry H, he says, can we have a look at Arrow, please? Yeah, we could have a nice look at Arrow. Aerodrome. Looks like it's dumping like crazy, man. This is a nice wick, a nice bottom. So obviously our resistance now is going to be this backtest support resistance flip right here. Yeah, that's going to be our next resistance. Let's pull a fib from high to low. Shout out to Kryptoni. Yeah, I'll check it out, man. I'm so sorry about that. Last time I had to go. All right, let's go down to our 12-hour. Okay, so we have a nice bull div here on the 12-hour. I would say, like, if we do come up here and we do something like this and start to get a move down, you could look for the retest. But it's a little bit tough because we don't have much history here. So let's go to our 4-hour, see what we got. Money flow looking suspicious, man. Look, if we're gonna get the move, the only thing I would do is wait for a back test and something like that, or wait for a breakout and then a back test of this level, right? That's another opportunity right there. Major shout out to Kryptoni. He says, can you check out Cass? Last time I asked you had to go. Yeah, we'll check out Cass. Wow, Cass is getting a crazy pump here. Bullish div on the daily, looking very nice. Wow. It looks very nice, man. It looks very nice. So right now we're at this channel again. Man, so there's a few ways to play it. I mean, it looks so bullish, but a breakout and a back test of this channel, you know, maybe we could expect something like this back to the top of the channel. A breakout back into it and a back test, that would be really nice. Also, we have changed market structure locally here, right? So let's say we reject from the channel, and then we could look for our back test coming back down to historic supports for that long, which could be, you know, around that Fibonacci golden pocket 786 zone, basically, bro. So it does look really nice. I love the way the daily looks right now. It looks absolutely gorgeous, man. Money flow coming up. Look at that nice VWAP on the daily, that yellow line pointing up so high. It looks super powerful. I mean, yeah, looks good. Shout out to Kryptoni for Cass. It's looking pretty good. Shout out to AmetU. He says, hey Jason, I appreciate you taking your time on my message. I meant hint, not HNT. Sure. Sorry about that. Thank you for the super chat again. Hint. Okay. Is it okay, here we go. Sorry about that, man. All right, let's take a look at hint. All right, so hint, a V-shaped recovery. Let's check out the 1 hour. V-shaped recovery. Coming up to value area high, a previous range. Man, you know, I wish we had more data for this thing. I wish we had more data for it, man. I have no idea what to say about it. Here's why. We're at resistance. We have lots of liquidity below. I would say that support is going to have to be this, because it's a support, it's a resistance, and then it's a support. And this is just pure liquidity. It's really difficult to find a trade setup here. The only other trade setup I could see would be a break and a back test of this high volume node here. But it looks good, but when it comes to like finding a trade, it's difficult. I would say this though, money flow looks bullish on the 1 hour. Money flow definitely does look bullish on the 1 hour. Shout out to Zachary. He says, can you check out Pirate Chain? Sure. So, Pirate Chain. Let's check it out on. We have a little bit more data here. So, Pirate Chain did kind of break structure a little bit here. I have to say this. I actually do hold Pirate Chain. Alright? I hold it simply because of the Crypto Vigilante guys. We do have bullish divergences down here, right? Bullish divs, money flow coming up, and we actually do have a break of structure in the sense that we were in this channel and we've gotten the breakout and the retest. Money flow curving to the upside. Overall, the chart looks primed for a pump. When is that pump going to happen? I don't know, but it does look primed for a pump. And we are forming a rounded bottom with bullish divergences on Pirate Chain. Shout out to E Key. Can we check JASMY? So JASMY, this is my overall kind of idea for JASMY right now. Coming down to our box, which we are in, right? This is the zone where we're looking right now for JASMY. I would even adjust it, basically our golden pocket 886 zone here. We're pretty much in it right now. The reason why I'd say this is the place to look for JASMY is because, again, it's contingent on our thesis. Our thesis is this. We have our nice low. We have our breakout and our change of market structure. We have ourselves a higher low. Let's pull our fib from low to high. A higher low that we made right at the golden pocket, right? So the macro golden pocket, we make a higher low. And so now, if this is going to break to the upside, our lower high, our local higher low is going to happen in this area, and then we're going to break out. So this is my overall idea for JASMY, all right? It's forming a flag based on our thesis that the low is in. We've changed market structure. We got to bounce from the golden pocket. This is the place to look for JASMY, all right? Could we dump down lower? Yeah, absolutely we could, and we do need to be aware of the fact, guys, that in the event of losing the bottom of this flag, if it doesn't break to the upside and breaks to the downside, well, we will probably come down to the 886 at around 728. All right, that support resistance flip. So again, this is contingent upon a bullish idea, and it's contingent upon the bullish breakout. Personally, I am not buying JASMY here. I don't long flags like this. But if I had to look for a long, it would be this on JASMY. All right, and honestly, the opposite is true. If you're bearish on JASMY, literally, this is where... I mean, it's just, you know, these flags and these patterns, you're trading with the trend, right? So it's an uptrend. That's why we're biased for the breakout to the upside. We're biased for the breakout to the upside, but nonetheless, if you're biased, let's say, for a breakout to the downside of this flag, this is the short right here, you know, because we're targeting back down to the 886 fib macro from the breakdown. But in general, we're coming to fib support after a breakout and a back test of key fib support with bullish bottoms. The bottoms are looking bullish. Alright, major shout out to Jesse Gellick. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It means the world to me that you guys are here. You know what I'm saying? Just an average guy, just an average hometown boy on the internet in a purple v-neck. You know what I'm saying? Jason's anti-bull flag. Who would have guessed? Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of trading bull flags, man. Like, sometimes I do. I have to really feel it in my bones to trade a bull flag, honestly. You have to feel it in my bones to trade a bull flag. So right now, Bitcoin needs to break and hold above 97K, and then we get shot up to probably 100K. We're at resistance. The resistance we're at right now for Bitcoin is the POC of the range. POC of range. Once again, we'll just draw it in here. POC of range. Bam. All right. So we break out a POC of range. We get catapulted up right to around $100,000. Solana, we took a look at Solana already. Go back and watch. How's the weather in my town? It's cold. It's cold and it's depressing, honestly. Shout out to your average crypto bro. 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 My hairline looks a little better today, I think. A little bit better. All right, let's compare. Looks a little better. Looks like almost my hair grew back, you know? Wow. Yeah, weather Abu is not good here, but you know what? I'm getting the heck out of here in a week. I'm gonna take a drive somewhere warm to get a little sunburn. I need sunburn. Sunburn keeps me going. Sunburn gives me hope, all right? You white people out there, man, you guys need some sunburn. Would I long Sui's bull flag? Thank you so much for the super chat. Look, man, white people, listen to me. You guys need some sunburn. All right? It'll keep you happy. It'll keep you happy and feeling good. The sun energizes me. Yeah, so the Sui bull flag looks great. Would I long it? I'm not really a bull flag kind of guy, but it does look better than the other one that we were looking at here. Ideally, like, this would be my long idea for Sui. I would love to come down and wreck everybody just like I waited for ETH. Just like I waited for ETH, guys. When ETH was up here forming this channel, I'm like, let's just wreck everybody and then look for the bounce. I feel the same way about Sui. But would I long it? Look, it's up to you. You like how I did that? That was a politician move. Would I long it? It's up to you. No, I wouldn't long it, man. That's just me. If someone asked me, I would wait it out. We're building bear divs as we climb up here. I would love to see a nice fake out. Love it, love it. Oh man, I would love it. Would love it so much. It's gonna dump tonight, says somebody. You have a winter tan right now. You're basically clear. Yeah. Last year I went to Florida, and I got a little sunburn in February, and it lasted me all the way until April. You know. Where's the Pikachu hat? It's on the ground. Looks like Dolores after a shower. Nice, nice. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Yeah, we got a V-shaped recovery on the hairline, baby. We got a V-shaped recovery on the hairline. All right. Yeah, preparing for war doesn't like the winter and lack sunshine. I like being outside my shirt off. Me too, man. I do all my homesteading work shirtless. You know, and here's the thing too. It's so funny. Everybody who's concerned about sunburn and this and that. Do you know if you spend time in the sun, you don't get sunburn anymore? You can build up a tolerance to the sun, and your skin actually produces more melanin. I'm literally darker now than I was a few years ago before I started spending time in the sun. I used to be way more pale. I've permanently made myself darker. This is why my freestyles have gotten better over the years. How much protein do I take daily? I gotta give a major shout out to Lauren in the chat. Shout out to Lauren. Good to see you here. How much protein do I take a day? Man, it depends on how much food I eat, bro. Like, I don't know. Anywhere between like 160 grams to 300, honestly. Depends on how much I eat. Sometimes, if I'm gonna eat like a whole bunch of meat, a whole bunch of eggs, sometimes I just accidentally eat a whole dang container of cottage cheese from the farm. Raw cottage cheese. Made for cats and dogs only, not suitable for human consumption. Big warning on the package. But yeah, if I'm gonna eat like a whole dang big thing of cottage cheese, that has like sometimes like 150 grams of protein right in the container. Why is Bitcoin dumping? It's not dumping, it's consolidating. We're at a area of resistance here. The POC of the range. All right, 97K. It's resistance. It's literally the level that I've been talking about since Sunday, guys. So no surprise that we are literally at our support resistance flip. Okay. We have been looking at this level since Sunday, talking about the potential of just wrecking all these shorts. That's exactly where we come to. And it is moment of decision. All right, moment of decision. We hold above here. Bam, 100K, baby. We reject from here. We might do something like this. Honestly, if we do, I'll look to add to my long trade down here. Yeah. That's the plan, man. I'm sticking to it, baby. That's the plan. I'm sticking to it. Shout out to Tick Boodja. Can you check Polkadot on the daily time frame? Yeah, we could check it out on the daily. All right. Speaking of freestyle, let's do a freestyle question and answer. Refresh my chart. Is Bitcoin actually dumping? Let's see. I don't know. Doesn't really look too dumpy. Yeah, we'll take a look at Polkadot. So here's the deal about Polkadot, guys. If you're bullish on DOT, now there's mixed feelings about Polkadot. Some people think it's definitely not going to pump because they keep printing more of it or whatever. All right. If you're bearish on it, don't listen to what I'm about to say. If you're bullish on it, I personally hold Polkadot. This is the place to build a position for the all-time high. All right. We're there now. We're coming down to the golden pocket, 786 value area low of the range. We've changed market structure. We got a breakout. We have bull divs at the low. Everything's looking like this is going to pump within the next few months. All right, so Polkadot's looking pretty good on the daily time frame. Black Swan, your wife isn't absorbing enough vitamin D because her skin built a tolerance. That's so interesting, man. I wonder if I have that because I wonder if I have that as well, Black Swan, because I spend so much time in the sun in the summer that in the winter I really feel it. I really feel it. Yeah, the dark you are, the better you are at freestyle. That's true. That is true. How much do I bench? Not very much, man. What are single prints? Single prints are this. My max bench ever is 330 pounds, and I haven't bench pressed in a very long time. Right? I'm embarrassed to say that mostly I do incline Smith machine bench press, incline dumbbell press, weighted dips, overhead press. I usually don't bench press. Single prints are these, all right? This is the time price opportunity chart, okay? And basically, these profiles right here are time profiles. They're not volume profiles. They're time profiles, telling you how much time did the asset spend at a certain place. And the more time the asset spends at a place, like you can see here, it builds this profile of, wow, look, Bitcoin spent a lot of time here. Well, when you get a very fast move, you can see the profile leaves behind rows that only have one print per row. You know, it only has one print, a single print per row. So you have rows of single prints, and they act as support and resistance. So basically, you know, right now, we could say this green line, which marks out where the single print ends, these are now areas of resistance that we can look at, all right? And then we would actually, what do you know, they're right around $100,000. So this is why we say if we hold above 97K, we get sucked up to $100,000 because the single prints, they fill most of the time. So when you see a big whole bunch of single prints on the way down, once the price enters into them on the way up, you expect a big vacuum suck, right? Your kid just spilled a whole bunch of Cheerios on the floor. And, yeah, you know, it feels dumpy. Yeah, it might dump. What city do I live in? I live in the state of joy and satisfaction in the Lord. But I don't talk about the city. I don't live in the city. I live out in the country. Yeah, I live on a farm. Do we have CPI tomorrow? Let's check it out. All right. Let's check it out. Yeah. All right, guys. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning is going to probably be pretty dang volatile. Be ready for a trade tomorrow at 8:30. Be ready for a pump up to 100K or a big dump. Be ready for something to happen tomorrow. All right. Shout out to Lauren. I don't predict. I just enter and take profits at fib levels until last all-time high. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Honestly, that's really the way to do it. Shout out to 9 to 5 and crypto content. Jason, tell the people 200 moving average is boss. First money printer, lower time frame. predict higher time frame, simple. Let's nail everything. Yeah, shout out to 95 crypto content. You know, moving averages, a lost art in my book. I used to use those a lot, you know, but I don't really anymore. Shout out to FOMO G. Hey Jason, a little late to the stream. Have you checked out Dogecoin yet? No, we haven't. We have not. Let's check out Dogecoin. Check out Dogecoin. Dogecoin, Dodgeball. All right, so Dodge, you know, still making higher highs here. I would say this Dogecoin right now, the major support is, I know, it's a low shot, like 25 cents. Okay, that's major support right now for Dogecoin. Here's the one good thing about Dogecoin is we did form a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. We made now a higher low, basically. So we're printing a green dot. I really wish. Okay, so the one bullish thing right now about Doge is the following. Let's just entertain this on Doge, all right? We did a liquidity grab of these lows from Thursday, the 9th, and we have bullish div, all right? That's the only bullish thing I see here about Doge. It's one of those things where it could be the bottom, but I just don't have like an entry point. It is a nice... I mean, this would have to be our idea, or let's say we look to break out and hit the 786. This would have to be our idea for it, you know. I don't like how we didn't take the low, this low. I'm not feeling it, man, but it could be a nice bottom here. Market Cipher B does have bull divs on the 6 hour, on the 4 hour. So the local idea for a long would be, we took the local low with bull divs on the 6 hour and the 4 hour, money flow getting higher throughout the range. Essentially now we look to load up in the event of a pullback and then ride it up. That would have to be the idea for Doge. But overall, I don't see anything super dang bullish on it like I see for, like, let's say, some of these other assets. It's not giving us as nice signals. We haven't taken liquidity, really, just locally, not more macro. And we're not seeing, like, higher time frame bull divs. But it doesn't look bad, all right? Do I shave the chest? Beef Boy, sometimes I do shave my chest. Sometimes I definitely shave my armpits. Sometimes when I start shaving my face and my head, and my armpits, I look down at my chest and I just shave it, man. I just shave everything. Then I shave my legs, I shave my arms, you know, shave the bottom of my feet as well. I shave everything except the uneven butt cheeks. Those are always very hairy. But it is true that shaving your chest and shaving your stomach makes your abs look more cut. And shaving your chest does make your chest look more cut as well. But thankfully I don't have a lot of body hair, all right? Yeah, thankfully I don't have a lot of body hair. If you shave your mustache, it makes your goatee longer, look longer. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. It's been a great stream, a great hour. I will be back, Lord willing, tomorrow to stream, get into the juicy nitty-gritty. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!